So both feet flat on the floor if you are sitting with your legs down, about a hip's width apart. Feel the weight of your feet on the ground beneath you, whether it's floorboards, tiles, carpet. If you're fortunate enough to have radiant heat, maybe it's warm. And then feel the weight of your sits bones in your chair and align your shoulders with your hips. And then maybe align your ears with your shoulders if you can. That's just, you know, lengthening the neck and then just gliding it backwards. So your ears are in line with your shoulders. And imagine your spine is this beautiful string of pearls of light. It stretches from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. Just imagine, you don't have to physically like sit up straight. Just align yourself and imagine your spine is lengthening. Keeping the natural curves. And then go to the crown of the head and relax the scalp and the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the area around the mouth, back of the tongue, the jaw. The ears, the inner ear, the temples, the back of the head, the neck. And allow your shoulders and shoulder blades to drop down and relax the throat and the chest and the belly and all of your limbs. And be aware of the sensations of the breath as you inhale and exhale. You may notice them at the nostrils, around the thoracic cavity, at your belly. So for the purposes of your meditation, you can choose one, otherwise you're probably starting to get too much activity in the mind. Just stick to one area where you can notice the breath. And just notice if your mind is traveling out to meet sound. Just allow the sound to be there. Try not to investigate. The same with anything you might smell. And then just check in and see how your mind is this morning. So we have people here from different time zones. So for some of you, it's evening, afternoon. So how's your mind after today? For those of us on the West Coast, we probably just got up. Some of you on the more eastern time zones, you'll probably have already engaged with the world. So just check in with yourself and just see where you're at. Try and put some space in between your thoughts and have a little curiosity about what's in your mind. Keep the stories to a minimum if you can. Then bring to mind all the people of your life. We do this pretty much every meditation. So I'm wondering be curious to see if those different groups have switched around at all. Or if maybe one day, that person that you thought you didn't like, maybe you like them a little bit better. Bearing in mind they're all equal, they all have this wish to be happy. They want to be free of any kind of discomfort or unhappiness. Just, sentient beings doing their own thing as best they can. However, we're all the same, really, in this one unique way of having this extraordinary potential. Everyone has it. So we'll do this meditation this morning for all these people of our life, and by extension, all the sentient beings. So this is the blessing, the speech, according to the instructions of great Yogi Kyung Po. And I'll just do the refuge. You can join in or you can just meditate. I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings. I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings. I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings. So the instruction here is to purify the truly existent I in emptiness. Then your wisdom, realizing emptiness, which is non-dual with great bliss, manifests as a deity. That is a mouthful. So for those of you who do not have any kind of initiation or permission to transform yourself into a deity, we're going to do this body of light meditation first. So settle back into your meditation and bring to the crown of your head, imagine you have there this beautiful ball of radiant white light. It's a little bit smaller than the size of your head. It's translucent. It's brilliant. It's radiant. You may not be able to see this ball of light in your mind's eye, but it's just enough to know it's there, to feel its presence, to get a sense of this extraordinary light above the crown of your head. And this light, why it's extraordinary, is it contains all the energy, all the wisdom, all the creativity of all the enlightened beings in all the universes, right there above the crown of your head. And this light becomes smaller and smaller until it becomes a diameter of about an inch. And it dissolves into you down through your third eye, your throat chakra, and then settles at your heart. So this little tiny ball of light, about an inch in diameter, is now in your heart chakra area. And then it begins to expand once again. And as it does, as it starts to expand, all the solid parts of your body start to dissolve and become light. So you imagine your organs, heart, kidney, liver, spleen, your intestines, your lungs. They all begin to dissolve into light. And then your bones, ligaments, tendons, the cartilage, the fascia, all become light. Then all the fluids, the blood, cerebrospinal fluids, the lymph, and the blood vessels. It's tiny little channels where all the fluids are moving through. And then the skin, and the hair, the nails, all becoming light. So we just meditate for a moment with this body as a body of light. And should any distracting thought arise in the mind, try and dissolve it into light. Don't kind of push it away or bring it in. Just allow it to dissolve. Now imagine on your tongue is the syllable ah, A-H. It's standing upright. And this ah transforms into a moon disk on your tongue. And on top of that, now appears a white syllable, om, O-M. And around the om are the Sanskrit vowels standing clockwise. They're white. But you can also imagine the English ones if you wish. If it's not everybody has Sanskrit language in their head. So just imagine the vowels, the white vowels. And then there's the consonants, red consonants standing counterclockwise. And the blue consonants standing of the blue heart mantra of dependent relation standing clockwise. So you have this white ring of light going clockwise, the red ring of light going counterclockwise, and then the blue ring of light going clockwise. So now imagine that the light beams radiate out from the syllable om and the mantra garlands. This light's going out from your tongue, hooking all the blessings and the power of the speech of those beyond the world and not beyond the world, in the form of 3 mantras, 7 sublime precious objects of a king's reign, the 8 auspicious signs, and the 8 auspicious substances. So anyway, imagine you're just hooking back and bringing in to you this extraordinary, enlightened, creative, brilliant energy coming back into your tongue, enlightened energy coming back to your tongue. This kind of magical energy. And this is, from these beings who've actualized words of truth because they've been living in retreat for so long and in silence. So these words have power. Everything they pray for is successful. So it's so extraordinary to me that you can, just by working on our speech, just by purifying our speech, we develop power of speech. Having power of speech is so you can be a benefit to others, not so you can manipulate them. And whatever you pray for becomes successful. Okay. So we'll start by reciting the vowels. Imagine nectar beams flowing down from the mantra, and they fill your whole body. And all the negative karmas collected with your body from beginningless rebirths are purified. So these are the white ones, remember. Om, a, I, u, ri, li, o, ang, a, swaha. Om, a, I, u, ri, li, o, ang, a, swaha. Om, a, u, ri, li, o, ang, a, swaha. Now the red consonants. And as you recite these, red nectar beams flow down from the mantra and fill your whole body, and all the negative karmas collected with your speech from beginningless rebirths are completely purified. So this is the red ones, red consonants. Om, ka, nya. Tsa, gya, na. Ta, na. Ta, na. Pa, ma. Yara, la, wa, sha, ka, sa, ha, kya, swaha. Om, ka, nya. Tsa, gya, na. Ta, na. Ta, na. Pa, ma. Yaralawa Shaka Saha Kya Svaha. Om Kakakaka Nya Satatakya Na Tatatata Na Tatatata Na Papa Papa Ma Yaralawa Shaka Saha Kya Svaha. And then the heart mantra of dependent relation. So as you recite the mantra, imagine blue nectar beams are flowing down from the mantra, and these fill your whole body, and all the negative karmas collected with your mind from beginningless rebirths are completely purified. Om ye dama hetu paboa hetun tekan tatagato hayavada tekan sayo nirida embadi maha shramana svaha. Om ye dama hetu paboa hetun tekan tatagato hayavada tekan sayo nirida embadi maha shramana svaha. Om ye dama hetu paboa hetun tekan tatagato hayavada tekan sayo nirida embadi maha shramana svaha. So absorption of the mantras. The heart mantra of dependent relation absorbs into the consonant. So the blue one on the outside kind of dissolves into the red ones, the red ring. And the red ring kind of dissolves into the white ring. And that into the syllable Om. The Om into the moon cushion, and that transforms into a syllable Ah. And that Ah melts into pink nectar and absorbs into your tongue. And the tongue becomes of the nature of a vajra. So your tongue becomes heavy and strong, as if difficult to move, and as indestructible as a vajra. And then here the instruction is to generate very strong faith that all the blessings and power of the speech of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the Arhats, the yogis, and the sages have entered your speech and made it perfect. And think, my speech has become perfect. So really believe that. And then the blessings of the speech are the power of your speech becomes perfect. Whatever you recite is multiplied 10 million times. The power of your speech is not taken away by eating wrong foods. So that is on the days where you've taken precepts and you've been told not to eat onions or meat or whatever. And gossiping becomes recitation of mantra. I love that. So dedication. May my tongue sense base have all the courage of the ones gone to bliss by the magnificence and power of my words. May all sentient beings be subdued. May all the meanings of whatever words I say be accomplished. Okay, everyone, we have some 5 minutes, so let's 4 minutes. Let's bless Mala. If you have one, okay, I'll give you a minute to go get one on Maham. Amrichiramani Parvataya Home, 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 Amrichiramani Parvataya Home. So now we've blessed our speech, so then this mantra becomes considerably more powerful. So then mantra to increase virtue. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Brahmanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Brahmanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Brahmanaskara Mahajava Hum. So here, if you recite this mantra 7 times, any virtuous activity you do is multiplied by 100,000. And this is taught in the Sutra of the Wheel of Complete Dedication. So then we have Exalted Stainless Beam, Totally Pure Light Mantra. So I love this because if you talk to a person who's recited this mantra, it purifies even the 5 heavy negative karmas without break. That's like harming a Buddha, harming your parents, etc. So Nama Nawa Nawa Tinan Tatakata Ganganam Divalukanan Koti Nir Shata Sashranan Ombaborit Sarini Tsari Mori Galas Alawari Svaha. Nama Nawa Nawa Tinan Tatakata Ganganam Divalukanan Koti Nir Shata Sashranan Ombaborit Sarini Sari Mori Galas Alawari Svaha. Nama Nawa Nawa Tinan Tatakata Ganganam Divalukanan Koti Nir Shata Sashranan Ombaborit Sarini Sarimari Golasala Wari Svaha. And this mantra of the great wisdom Vimala Ushnisha. So this is a mantra that you can use if you don't have any lamas around or there's no geshe around, or and you want to consecrate something, like you want to consecrate a little statue, or you want to consecrate your mala or something like this. You can do it yourself with this mantra. And it purifies the 5 heavy negative karmas without break of anyone who hears it. So not just you, other people or other sentient beings. And it is the most powerful mantra for consecration. And it can also consecrate rocks and trees and mountains. All right. Shri Yade Savatatagata Shrida Gabe Zola Damadato Gabe Sangharana Ayu Sangshadhaya Papam Savatatagata Samendra Aushnika Bimali Bishadi Svaha. Shri Yade Savatatagata Shrida Galbazala Damadata Gabe Sangharana Ayu Sangshadhaya Papam Savatatagata Samendra Aushnika Bimali Bishadi Svaha. Shri Yade Savatatagata Shridaya Garbe Zola Damadatu Gabe Sangharana Ayu Sangshadhaya Papam Savatatagata Samendra Ushnika Bimali Bishadi Svaha. The next one. Oh, we're going to get all of them done today. Dejin Sheba Zazin Galpola Tayata Om Daradara Durandimbadis Svaha. Dejin Sheba Zazin Galpola Chagsalo Tayata Om Daradara Durandimbadis Soha. Dejin Sheba Zazin Galpola Chagsalo Tayata Om Daradara Durandimbadis Soha. Dejin Sheba Zazin Galpola Chagsalo Tayata Om Daradara Durandimbadis Svaha. Dejin Sheba Zazin Galpola Chagsalo Tayata Om Daradara Durandimbadis Svaha. Dejin Sheba Zazin Galpola Chagsalo Tayata Om Daradara Durandimbadis Svaha. Dejin Sheba Zazin Galpola Chagsalo Tayata Om Daradara Durandimbadis Svaha. And so we just did that one 7 times. You can do it 21. The mantra to bless the feet. I love this one because now you can just bless your shoes, blow on your shoes, blow on your feet, so that anything you step on, you kind of bless. And you can, Lamsa Rinpoche would have you blow on the tires of your vehicle. So, Shrita Rajana Hum Shri Soha. Kricha Ragana 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 Hum Shri Soha. So then you just blow on your feet, blow on your shoes. It's fantastic. So if you're having to walk in a place where there's a lot of insects or ants, or you're going hiking, you can blow on your shoes before you go hiking or riding your bike or something like that. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Just dedicate all the merit, any insight you may have created this morning, any inspiration, to all those people of your life, and by extension, all the sentient beings. And I wish you lots of love. And I will see you tonight. I will be in Canada. I have a long way to go before I go to sleep tonight. So I will see you guys. Thank you so much for hosting. Where am I?
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you, Mary.
Thank you.